Welcome to 15 Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is the 19th of November 2019, and we've just been to see Ian McKellen on stage. Open the house.
It's funny because I was at work today and I make trailers for TV programmes and somebody played me a promo that somebody else had made, and they'd got someone to do an Ian McKellen soundbite voiceover, and it was absolutely brilliant. Anyway, it was a bit better than yours. Should we carry on?
Yeah. All right, shall I give you some facts?
That would be delightful.
Okay, it's written by Ian McKellen.
Yes.
Directed by Sean Mathias.
Okay.
Notable actors, Ian McKellen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Venue, Harold Pinter Theatre, running until the 5th of January 2020.
It's a long run.
And length, 3 and a bit hours.
See, I'm looking at your writing and it looks like you've said 3 years.
Well, it felt like that towards the end, I can tell you. I'm a bit annoyed, actually, because I like to look up the running time before we go.
I know.
I like to know what we get on ourselves into.
Very keen on this.
Yeah. And it went half an hour over it was supposed to.
It did go over, yeah.
Oh, my lord. Anyway, did you like it?
I did really enjoy it.
Did you?
Are you saying that like you didn't like it?
No, I did like it.
Okay, yeah, I did like
He's very charismatic.
He's incredibly charismatic.
He's a good storyteller.
Great storyteller.
Good open.
Good opening.
How did it open?
He...
Lord of the Rings!
Oh, yeah, he read a bit from the book, didn't he? And then he did a bit of Gandalf-y stuff.
He liked to hold his scripts and books, didn't he? Did it all the way through.
Yeah. He so basically, shall I do a synopsis?
Oh yeah, go on.
So he told stories from his life.
Yeah.
And he read, he performed extracts from plays and filmy type stuff, and he read some poems. That's the synopsis. Now we may continue. Okay,
all right. So, yeah, I liked it very much. I mean, to hold the audience's imagination on your own and have that energy is amazing.
Well, he got the audience on his side very early on. They kept turning up the house lights so that he could engage with the audience.
Do you think there were a couple of stooges at the front?
No, so the beginning, he got a couple of young gents up on stage. They got to hold his Gandalf sword. One of them put Gandalf's hat on. He took some selfies with them.
It was all very fun.
Some programs.
Yeah, and then he told stories about his life, really, for the first half. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Doing a biffy monologue, things like that.
Yeah.
And I like the way, when it moved into him doing his monologues, the lighting changed. And, you know, it must be quite hard to go into different characters and stuff. But he's a very good orator, and I think he could probably read the phone book and make it sound interesting.
Yeah. But he told some funny stories about his life, didn't he?
He did. And they always had a bit of a twist at the end. Or
there was...
punchline.
Each one ended on a punchline, didn't it?
Yeah.
Some of which were a bit cheesy, but we all still laughed anyway.
Bit of a name dropper.
Oh, yeah, he dropped some names.
Yeah, Judi
Dench came a few times.
Albert Finney.
He had a little moan about Kenneth Branagh's.
Which was good. Understood that one. But it's great.
Yeah. What else did he talk about? He talks about quite a lot of people, didn't he?
So the second half, he got out the complete works of Shakespeare.
All of the books.
33.
Separately, not in one book.
Yeah. And the audience shouted out a play, and then he either told a story or did a monologue.
He had something to say about every book, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
James is talking to Columbo.
So my dog loves theatre.
He hates it.
He's a theatrical hound. Yes. So I'm sorry, I'm lost because I'm just. My dog's not been very well, and he's better now. So
Why has he not been very well, James? Is it because he's been eating his own poo?
Let's not go into that. Happens to the best of us.
Not me.
But yeah, I mean, that dragged a bit. When we got to number 20, it was
is it 36?
I thought it was 33.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. It was a lot, though.
Yeah.
And what really got my goat...
What got your goat?
Well, he finished with Macbeth and the Tempest, which Macbeth's my favourite play, which apparently is everyone's favourite play.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because it's short.
Yeah, that's why I like it, I imagine. And there's about horror elements. And then he finished with a bit of the Tempest. And it's like, yay! Yay! And then he came back for his bow, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he sat down.
Yeah.
And then he started going on again.
He did.
For another 10, 15 minutes. And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ian.
But
Enough's enough.
His audience were into it.
Well, not all of them.
Not you. Everyone else was.
But also, disclaimer, I was feeling a little bit poorly.
You were a bit ill, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't help. Also, what didn't help, I suppose, was at the end when you decided to give him some charity money.
Oh yeah, so he went. So
you took about 15 minutes to come out of the theatre.
So he's raising money for lots of different theatre charities, and he stood in the foyer with a bucket, and I had already given £3.
You only did it to
the bucket upstairs, and then I saw him and I had to put some more money in. I don't mind. It
took you forever.
But
I was freezing outside.
Well,
I was ill.
To queue. Everyone was trying to talk to him. And when I went up, some woman grabbed him and started talking to him. But he looked me in the eye, and I think he was silently trying to say to me...
Wishing he wasn't gay.
Get this woman to stop talking to me. I'm wishing he wasn't gay so he could be with me, obviously.
Okay, lighting and special effects.
Well, I mean, there wasn't that much, really. The lighting was good. It suited the purpose, but...
He used, like, a prop box, didn't he? Which I thought worked very well.
Oh, yeah.
So he took things out as he went along.
What did he call it? It had a name, didn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, me neither.
We shouldn't ever ask each other questions we don't know the answers to.
Yeah, but how would I know you didn't know the answers to that?
That's a good point.
Unless I asked you.
Anything you did...
There's a real flaw in this.
Anything you didn't like?
No.
Nothing at all?
Not really.
Well, I didn't like the kind of encore at the end, I suppose.
Didn't bother me.
Okay, good for you.
Stand-up
moment?
What? Stand-up moment... Oh, I just quite enjoyed it all, really. There wasn't anything...
It was... Look, he had the really unique ability of making him feel he was talking...
Columbo!
Oh.
Apologies, Columbo's getting into some naughtiness.
He's trying to eat his poo again, is basically what you're trying not to say. Well, you've said it already, you might as well say it again.
I mean, he smells of poo already.
Oh, don't.
No, he doesn't. He's a beautiful dog.
Okay, Ian McKellen...
You do smell of poo.
Stop it. Ian McKellen has a very good way of making you feel he's talking just to you.
Oh, yeah. You know. He really, really got the crowd inside.
And you can tell that he's such a happy man and all that kind of stuff.
Well, he's an actor, so he might not be. He might be miserable.
Well, he's a very good actor.
Though apparently my friend was telling him, he lives near him, and apparently he shops in the local Tesco's.
Oh, good.
So, you know, I don't know what that's got to do with anything, but he shops in local Tesco's.
Right, on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Should we take a break and come back and score it?
Oh, I think we need one.
All right. All right, Victoria.
Yes.
Audience antics.
There were a lot of old people in the audience, weren't there?
It wasn't a mature audience.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm sick of.
What's that?
Leaners.
Leaners?
Leaners.
Oh, people who lean over in front, so you have to lean
because we can't really always afford to get, like, if we're up in the balcony or the Royal Circle or whatever it's called, we can't afford to get on the front row, can we?
Well, we weren't even in the Royal Circle. We were the next one up. We're in the Dress Circle. Is that the next one up?
We weren't the top one, though.
No, we weren't in the Gods.
Well, it doesn't matter. But the point is, we don't sit in the front row very often, do we?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
We don't have that sort of money.
And the people who do sit on the front row, what do?
They have a jolly good time.
They lean.
Oh yeah, no, but in the front row of the circle that we were in, because there's a little barrier, not a barrier, a bar, a rail. Got there eventually. They were leaning over that, and they
obscured your view.
Yeah, it was annoying because I'm quite small.
Another audience thing. Ruby Wax was there.
Ruby Wax was there, and Lee Mead. And someone else who we mentioned, who I don't know who it was.
Okay.
So
good audience antics there.
I think it was a good audience.
All right, so performances.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start. I'm going to give him a 10.
I'm also going to give him a 10.
Brilliant, well done, Ian. Staging and technical.
Well, I mean, it worked, didn't it? I'll go a 9.
9 from me. Narrative plot. I'm going to give it an 8 because it did go on a bit.
Well, it's really hard because it's not a play. And it's really hard.
Well, it is a play. It's a performance. It's a play. He does the same thing every night.
Yeah, but it's like a...
Or just answer the question?
Storytelling, 8.
Great. Originality, 10.
Oh, really?
Well, it was original.
Yeah, okay. 10. This is going to be like our highest scorer.
Oh, I don't know. Costume, 6.
It's very trendy, though.
7?
I'm going 7.
Oh, no, it worked. Well, 7. Okay, and was it worth it?
I go 9.
Yeah, 9 for me. All right.
These are high scores.
They are. So while I tot up the scores, would you like to tell the audience? Oh, you see, you ruined it for me. Would you like to tell the listener what we're going to see next? Dear
listener, James and I would like to invite you to our podcast. I don't know what we're going to see next. It's a surprise. You've booked a surprise. I can't tell them.
Oh, great. It's a surprise. Well, why don't you tell them about our award show?
Oh, so next week we'll be recording our annual award show, looking back at the last year of 15-minute theatre, and just talking about what we think was the best, and probably not what we think was the worst, but maybe we should mention it. And so that will be coming out soon.
Okay, you can stop now. Just to let you know, by the way, this time we scored exactly the same.
That's unusual.
It is unusual.
Normally you're quite mean.
Ooh.
Come on then.
All right.
I really want to see those fingers.
Okay, so the scores are in, and it gets a 50-minute theatre star rating of 4.4.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It puts it just above Sweet Charity and just below All About Eve.
I think you'll find it puts it exactly the same as Sweet Charity.
It does indeed. Goodness me.
You can't.
Wow. Well, that's been a rip-roaring affair.
Well, it's jolly good. I think we've had a couple of successes recently.
I think so. You're looking forward to your surprise?
I'm feeling a bit anxious.
Oh, you loved it last time.
Oh, yeah, it was a very Christmas callow last.
Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
I'm glad
it wasn't
you
called
reminded
that,
me
was
of the
it?
surprise, because I was going to I nearly told you what it was. It's a very Christmas callow.
Is that what it was called?
So, kind
no,
of.
that's what we call it.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So, I better say the immortal words.
Okay, go on.
Let me find. The curtain's down, the theatre's dark, and that was 15-minute theatre. Good night.
Good night.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.